Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, fairy tale, man. Um, the way fairy tale's going, I feel like it could continue if this is how it's going to be. Um, if they ever could make more stories like this, because right now, man, this thing is just going in, and I absolutely love it because not only are they showing us like um, really things that I wanted to see in the sense of Agnologia finally did something, and he's kind of making his move. We got my boy uh, Loxus in the fray, fighting and doing some crazy stuff. So, and not only that, they're calling back to moments that kind of put all of these people in these situations to kind of not be 100% for all of their fights or whatever troubles they're dealing with, they're always gonna be there type of deal. How did that miss, bro? So and I get hit. It's interesting to see where Fairy Tale overall can pretty much continue to push this narrative or like push this story overall because I love the fact that everybody's kind of finding someone much stronger than they actually are, or just in the simple case, they have the potential to be much stronger than our main cast, and somehow they're gonna probably keep pushing them to their limits. So I like that aspect, but at the same time, it's like our fairy tale characters have been getting pushed every single fights. So it's almost like any fight they get into is going to have that effect on them as long as you give them the right reasonings to have that, which is these opponents are so strong that they're doing things that are happening within an instance and there's no like actual counter to it. So I love that aspect of the show and just how they're pretty much playing along with it in the sense of keeping it relatively open-minded to anybody who is watching it to see that regardless of what you think of their power right now, they need to do something dramatically different to even have a fighting chance in this show, and that's very like obvious just by the way they show everything going on, and that's what I mean by having this show doing things that I didn't expect it to do overall and continuously looking amazing at the same time. Um, the one thing that really kind of threw me off was still the whole Natsu thing. Like, Natsu is definitely probably not going to be in the picture for quite some time, so, or, until they actually are about to lose the war or something along those lines, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, we are seeing a lot of the Spring and 12 early on, and we have seen what now two of them defeated for sure. With God Serena being the next one that's he actually died. At least the guy who's the sand guy, I'm pretty sure he didn't die by Urza. But from what we can tell, God Serena literally gets killed in one hit, or not even like a hit. It was like a scratch. It was like a claw, um, and that alone pretty much took him out and destroyed all of these lacrimas. So pretty much, Loxus has all these lacrimas on his body, right? And I just forgot who I needed to be. Loxus has all the lacrimas, but when he kind of it's Renji. When he when he got his, it was like implanted in his like actual body and everything, so it's like one with him. This guy, it seems like they just threw it on his back and just said, "Hey, there you go. Now have fun. Just continue to use any single type of element that you want." Um, but to be fair, I think lacrimas need to be somewhat connected to you. So, like the guy of Master of All Magic was saying, God Serena is pretty much blessed by the dragon gods. in the sense of he is eligible to probably have all of those different things, which is why he even has a certain title being a hybrid type, which I thought was super dope. And I mean, this show literally did power scaling. Oh, wow, I almost died. It did power scaling literally in this week's episode by having God Serena go against some of the strongest people that are known in Magnolia, and then after he goes against them, he instantly gets in a position where all of a sudden he's, you know, being hit by all of the strongest, members of the Wizards, the Saints, and he doesn't know what to do. Then next thing you know, he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna snap out. I'm about to go off on everybody, destroy them, and he does so, right? So by doing that, he pretty much called Agnologia to him, which was the actual like scariest part of it all. He's like, "Oh, you came to me," and seemingly Agnologia is on a killing mission. He is looking for any and all dragons, and he is out to get them. So any dragons or dragon slayers are in danger, which is almost all the main characters in Fairy Tale that we have in the battle, right? Well, not all of them, but you know what I mean. A lot of the characters we know are dragon slayers. Gajil, we got the Shadow Dragon, the Venom Dragon. He did say 7. There's 7 to go, so Agnologia is on the hunt, and it kind of reminds me of like a Hisoka hunt but you wouldn't know. But just Hisoka literally hunting down the people that he's been letting go for a while, but now he's ready to collect on what it is that he wants to fight, and that would be the Dragon Slayers for Agnologia. But man, and what I mean by power scaling as well is they show all the feats that the God guy could do, and they're like, guess what? Now Agnologia's human form is going to show up and absolutely doo-doo on all of that he just did, and completely make you think that whatever type of difficulty God Sharina even had with those guys, he would literally swat them like flies. And the guy who pretty much knew every single magic out there and knew what to do in certain situations, or he even knew that when this one of the top saints was using pretty much gravity magic, he knew it was a vampiric, just vampire and general magic. It's only passed down to those types of people, and that's something that doesn't even escape his knowledge base. So all of that type of stuff, and he sees Agnologia walk past this man without even getting in a true real fight and absolutely body him, and he's like, you know what, we're gonna let him go. We're gonna try to go and get Fairy Heart for the boss, and if we can't do that, we lose. Like, that's it. And there's no other thing to save to be done or anything like that, because Agnologia is already on to the next, so that was absolutely shocking. I did not think he would get bought. A man using wind, water, fire, earth. He was using everything at his disposal, and guess what happens? He still gets slapped like he was nothing, guys. Nothing. This was hype. That's what I'm saying. If Fairy Tail could keep this type of thrilling and crazy back-to-back turns of events, and have all their characters in positions to be able to get power-ups, if not show power-ups from the time skip that we've already have, and actually pushing them to a part where they need to use techniques that they've only figured out off camera. But the last thing I want to talk about is Loxus, and how he might be sacrificing his life for the life of one of the Spriggan 12, because he is completely just dead inside from the last arc, and that's what Fairy Tail does right. It shows like the actual fight as if we didn't know what happened or what the Bane particles were and stuff like that. Like, sure, that sucks, but that's another reason why the show is as good as it is, because it honestly understands that people really do care about Loxus, and that arc was probably one of the harder things to come by when it came to seeing if people actually saw it or if people actually enjoyed it, including the people for the dub, because for some reason the dub skipped over it and went straight into the arc where Natsu had returned and he had this huge power up and destroys everybody in the Magic Guild. And then they did the arc where Loxus swallowed all the Bane and stuff. So I understand to do it for the dub people because they know what type of content everybody had gotten at what times, and that's why it's really cool to see this pop up like this and to actually see him not even care. He got an attack during the fight and he's like, oh man, not now, not now, disappears, and he just starts going in on this guy still. Not to mention this person he's fighting is actually very cool looking. He has a very dope looking design that I would love to have like artwork of, and of like on different characters, or just to see him in different transformations that they might have had in the background for him that they don't use. Stuff like that. He's really an awesome looking character. He kind of reminds me of like a Gajiel mixed with a gray type of thing. So I don't really know, but it looks dope. So with all that being said, my anime people, I'm over here getting perfects, and I hope you guys have a great day. One of my videos views is all messed up, or two of my videos views are all messed up, so I'm testing it with this one and see if my views are still messed up. Maybe YouTube is attacking my channel or something. I'm not sure, but if this video's up and there's still no views on it, I'll understand that I can't really do anything about it. But if this video has views, I might re-upload all the other videos because they might have just been uploaded weird or something, and see if that was the problem. So I hope you guys can drop all the likes and stuff like that if there is a problem with my videos. But if not, I don't really care about the views necessarily. There's a lot of likes already on these videos that I've dropped earlier, and just knowing that you guys went through your way to like it or even to view them, even though, you know, they seemingly aren't even going to hit any type of view list, I think I'm going to keep them just to prove the point that YouTube has attacked my channel and has blocked out my views for their own reasons, and I have no emails or no types of notifications saying why. So this could happen to you. I don't know why it's happening to me, but I'm gonna leave it because, I mean, clearly they're trying to make a message out of me or some type of example out of me for whatever's going on. So with that being said, everybody, I hope you have an awesome one, and I will be back at you tomorrow with more content, regardless if I'm getting views or not, because I drop videos because I want to, not because I care about how popular my videos are. So with that, everybody, peace.